So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our very first webinar here with SabioTrade. I'm really happy to have you here in this very first webinar here on live stream on YouTube. And I please you for a little bit mercy because this is our first webinar here live on a YouTube stream. Welcome to our very first. And the sound is working here with. I can see the sound is working right now. So, and that means, yeah, we can start. So I'm really happy if you watch this right now in live, or if you watch it later as a recording here on this YouTube channel from SabioTrade. Yeah, it's me, Markus from How Trading, and I'm really happy to welcome you here in this very first webinar. We have some schedules, we have some topics we need to talk today in this first webinar. And of course, the chat is open if you have any questions. So feel free to ask whatever is in your mind. And I'm really happy to and glad to see you here in this YouTube channel. Everything is a little bit experiment here right now because it's the very first time we do this here on YouTube as a live stream. So I guess we'll manage and handle this all together. So let me see if the technique so far is working. So let me see. I'm just in contact with my person. So let's see, it's an experiment. So, and yeah, let's see if my, no, it's not. So we will record this and it's not a problem. I guess we will do this together. We will talk about the topics and you can see it later in the recording. So I hope you had a great start into your trading week and trading business. And of course, this is the very first webinar here for SabioTrades. And let me see if I have this one here. Now we got it. We have increasing numbers here now in the live show. So as I said, this is the very first webinar. So we have it's a kind of experiment right now. So it's no problem. You know, life is always a little bit different. And nevertheless, we want to talk about our topics today. SabioTrade asked me to make videos and webinars for them, and I'm feeling really honored and glad to do this together with you. And why do we need to talk about prop trading? So what's about the problems about the micro accounts? Yeah, really small accounts. So we want to investigate the question, why do you lose money with trading? And I don't want to talk so much about myself because I'm not the important one here, because it's you. You are the most important person here. You are the VIP person for SabioTrades. And you can see it here, everything on the homepage. It's sabiotrade.com. There you'll find all information you need. It's my job to help you to go through the levels in this prop trading challenge. And it's indeed a challenge because it's completely different to your account. And maybe you are wondering what I have in my hands here. You see, I'm a Harry Potter fan, and maybe in there, you cannot see it here in the back. because I love Star Wars, I love Star Trek, I love Harry Potter. So I have my wand here with me, and maybe I can conjure a smile in your face with new and deeper insights about trading and how to become successful with this prop trading ideas. So, and therefore, actually, we have this very, very good offer for you. Yeah, take our money and trade, keep 90% for you. So, just some words about me. Yeah, I'm Markus from dowhowtrading.com, and I do trading for a living for 25 years. Let me see if my my colleague is here. Wonderful. I do trading for a living for 25 years now. And I trade on different accounts. I trade on asset management accounts. And what should I say? I lost everything about trading. I lost money. I lost my self-confidence. I lost almost my life. So I guess I made a lot of experience with trading. And as you can imagine, if you are so a long time in this industry, then I got a lot of requests about webinars, something like that. But when SabioTrade come around to me and asked me for a collaboration, I said yes, because I blocked many other requests. But I said yes, and I want to tell you why. Because I met the lovely colleagues here from SabioTrade last Friday in Cyprus. We had a lovely meeting, and the interesting part is they told me they want to go a completely different way, because they want to put you as our student. Listen to me. We don't talk about client or customer. We talk about student. They want to put the student absolutely in front. And they told me they want to work with a kind of, let me call it karmic principle, that we put you as our student in front, and to help you not just only collect your money, that you pay the fee, because the fee is a kind of really, really cheap. So as I can see, I guess anywhere, it was just, you see, $99 for a $20,000 account. That's really, really cheap. As you can imagine, it's a business case, but at the end, you cannot make a lot of money with 99 euros. So the sense, ladies and gentlemen, of SabioTrade and the intention of SabioTrade is to help you, really help you to go through the levels. And for that, it's absolutely necessary that you have a support, that you have someone who can lead you. Unless you are a very experienced trader, you have your strategy, you have your rules, you have a perfect money management, something like that, then you don't need any support. But if you are a young trader, for example, and you are not so stable and steady in your trading, then maybe it's a good thing that we can do it together. So that's the reason why we decided to make a webinar every Tuesday at the same time. And today it's the very first time we do this together. It's an experiment here on YouTube, so it took a while if we could figure out that. And maybe next Tuesday, I guess we have a better solution like that. But it's funny. I really love that live thing. And that's reality, guys. Yeah, that's reality. And I'm so happy and glad that we can do this together. So the chat is open, guys. If you want, you can leave your comment. You can leave your comment here. I can see it on my right corner here, on my right screen here. So leave your comment, your questions, because we want to do it for you, that you learn many, many things. And as you can see, my teaching style is completely different. Yeah, I'm not sitting, I'm standing in front of my screen. Yeah, of course, when we do trading together later, of course, I'm sitting and we work at the charts maybe, but exactly for such webinars, we want to teach something, we want to explain something, I love to stand here and you see it's completely different. I don't have a boring presentation like many other hosts. Come on, guys, really, that's so boring. Everybody's doing this. No, trading is life. Trading is challenging. Trading is, how should I say, exciting. Yeah, and this is what we do together. Yeah, to make trading really handleable and really successful for you. So, and therefore, today in this very first webinar and live YouTube streaming here, we want to talk about different topics. And the first topic we want to talk to each other is what's wrong with micro accounts. So, just a moment. What's wrong with micro accounts? For that, I switch now a little bit. Let me just switch my camera a little bit to, here we go. So, what's wrong with micro accounts? What made you think long term, and did you get support from family members? It's a very interesting question, and you see your questions is more important than my presentation here, by the way. What made you think long term? Trading, basically, as I told you, I do trading for a living 25 years now. And to be honest, I tried to teach myself in trading, and I tried it for 7 years. It did not work. I really lost literally everything. My money, my confidence, my ego, yeah, my family, yeah. Many years ago, I lost the whole money of the family, and my family left me, and they never came back. So I was just only me. So then I realized I cannot teach myself. After 7 years of tried everything, and you know, after now 25 years, it was around about 17 years ago, 18 years ago, there we had not that much money content we have today. Yeah, today it's really, how should I say, today it's so overwhelming. If you go on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, everybody's talking about this stupid thing of trading, and everybody promise you you can get rich tomorrow. Believe me, that's a lie. It's an illusion. You cannot. You cannot become rich tomorrow, but you can become rich over the time when you know what you do in trading. Yeah, that's the most important part. So if you start with trading, you must think in a long term. And you see, I do trading for a living 25 years now, and I work with an asset management with millions of dollars on the account. So it is possible to do this, and SabioTrade will support you in this long-term relationship, in this long-term thinking. Yeah, we are not looking here with SabioTrade. We are not looking for, yeah, come on, pay $99 and who cares what are you doing tomorrow? No, and this is why I said yes to SabioTrade for collaboration, because they are looking for a different strategy to work with you guys. And that's the reason why we do it together, because we think in a long-term way. And that's the point. And did you get support from your family members? How should I say? I lost my family. Yeah. And let me share a very interesting idea, or what I have learned about that my family left me about my stupid trading because I lost everything. And are you interested about the last words of my wife, or former wife, when she left me? She said one sentence to me, and I'm sorry for that, but that's the truth. It's really, really a bitter truth. And she said to me, trading makes you an how should I say? She said, trading makes you an asshole, and I don't want to live with you anymore. She never come back. She never came back. So if you start with trading, it's the first point. You need a teacher. You need a mentor. You must invest. You must invest in your education. This is what we are doing here, for example. And this is why you get, for example, some offers from me today also for really good pricing today. Without education, guys, from SabioTrade and with the webinars and maybe with a mentor, it is not possible to become successful. You cannot teach yourself. And today I want to explain you why. And the second part is, when you start with trading, ladies and gentlemen, really, you need to interact with your wife, with your husband, with your boyfriend, with your family. Bring them into the boat and never hide anything. Never hide anything to your wife or to your husband or to your family. If you make losses, tell them. If you feel terrible, tell them. Yeah, that's a risk. They will tell you, why are you doing that? So, for example, I teach you stick to the rules. So now you lost money because you did not stick to the rules. So tell it. Be open. It's especially for male traders with our strong ego, it's really hard to talk about our feelings, because if you lose money with trading and you don't know why, it's really hard to talk about our feelings. So that's the reason why it's so important that you talk, that you do this with your family together. Share your needs, share your thoughts, and be open, be frankly to your family, and be open and say, it's so bloody hard, this trading style, and today I lost money. So if you don't have the support from your family, or if you hide something, and hiding something to your family, especially to your wife, ladies and gentlemen, or your husband, it's more a male problem. It's more a man problem, not so much a female problem. You start with hiding. And after a while, your wife is asking you, how is trading going? And then you try and it's not going well without an education, and you lose money. And maybe even you lost the 99 euros and you have to start again, and you need money again. Then you start hiding. You find excuses. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. The market was crazy today, and I don't understand the numbers, the announcements, and the news. And you find millions of excuses, but you will never say, I don't understand what's going on here. Honey, I don't understand. And this is really hard. And finally, hiding is the first start. The next start, and it's the worst thing, is you start to lie. And the moment you start to lying to your family, it's the end of the road, because there is no point of return. So if you ask me about family, then please start with trading with a mentor. You have to invest, because your investment in your education will help you to reduce all losses. Without a mentor, you will lose everything. Believe me, it's not possible. You cannot teach yourself. But that's the reason why we do this with SabioTrade together, to teach you and to help you. And I'm more than glad to be the person SabioTrade asked first, because I have an education in neuroscience and in psychology, and I do trading for a living for 25 years now. So, but after that, you become stronger. I'm falling in love with SabioTrade. Yeah, me too, by the way, me too, because we work really on the same page. Invest in education, minimize the losses. It's the only way, believe me. It's the only way, education with a mentor who explain you the deeper things of trading to minimize your losses, not to cut the losses. You have to make losses in trading because it's a game of probability. In the next webinars, if you subscribe the channel here on SabioTrade, then every Tuesday we go deeper and deeper in this education. But if you want to go really deep, then you have to make the education. That's nothing to doubt about that. Yeah. So we have an inflated ego as male. Yeah, that's true. We might have the problem with our egos. That's true. But that's the disaster. That's the real disaster. Like father talked to me. Guys, believe me, hiding is the first step towards the dark side of trading. Exactly. So please be always open. And the end of my story, the really end of my story, after I lost everything, after my family left me years ago, by the way, I lost the rest of my money. And when I look out of my window here, that's my office here in Germany. And I have more than one office. I have an office in Asia, in Bangkok. I have one in Austria and Switzerland, in Tokyo, about the asset management. But here is my headquarters. When I'm looking out of the window, there is a big river, Danube, here the river. And 18 years ago, I was standing at this river after I lost everything. And I wanted to jump. It was winter. It was bloody cold. It was really deep. But I lost everything. My self-confidence, my family, my money. And I didn't understand why. I couldn't understand why. And I wanted really to jump. I had no sense in my life. Thanks God I didn't do it. But this is another story I tell you another time. But that's what I want to do together with SabioTrade to avoid that you have any kind of that feelings, that you have any kind of this experiences. And this is my job. My job is to help you with trading here with SabioTrade to make you happy instead of sad and unhappy. And believe me, trading will make you unhappy. If you don't have that much experience in trading, or maybe you have your first experiences with trading and you lost more money than you won, and you don't understand why, don't tell me that you are happy. You are unhappy. You're really sad about that. So, and this has a huge impact to your family. Because if you had a really bad day in trading and you don't understand, how can you be happy to your kids, to your family? How? How can you have a happy dinner when you had a really worse trading day and you lost more money than you won? How? This is not possible, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely not possible. And therefore, I just only can share my experience with you. Stop trying to teach yourself in trading. Before you invest thousands of dollars for account and account and account and account, and not understanding what's going on, invest in your education, invest a little bit money in this prop trading, and we can do it together. And now I want to explain to you a little bit why or what's wrong with kind of micro accounts with small accounts. I will explain because there is a special logic in it. Yeah. So there is a special logic in it. So let me so the problem, could you please run through the perks of trading of Savio? Be a little bit patient. Yeah, a little bit patient. We talk about everything, maybe not everything today, but we continue next Tuesday at the same time. In case SabioTrade is happy with my webinar, I don't know. They will call me afterwards, or maybe you leave good comments below the videos and you were happy with me. Then maybe we have a chance to make more webinars. I don't know. It's the first shot. I don't know if you say, "Oh, Markus, that was a really stupid webinar. We don't need you anymore." It's also possible. So maybe you can believe you can leave good comments below the video. Okay, let's figure out first the question: what's wrong with micro accounts? So I don't know where you come from, but if I imagine here in Europe, for example, the average of trading accounts normally at normal brokers are in between anywhere between 1,000 and round about 5,000 euros or dollars. Now that's a kind of small account. And if you go to Africa, for example, or if you go to Asia, for example, then the average account size is around about $500 unto $1,000. So that's really small accounts. So can you possible, we have the information in French. Oh, I speak German, I speak English, I speak a little bit Thai language, but French I'm far away. But maybe we will find other hosts that can speak in French. I'm really sorry for the moment, but English is the worldwide language. So, but you can send an email to SabioTrades, and it's a young team. It's a wonderful, lovely team, amazing people, and they will do everything to make you happy, and we will find really cool solutions for you. So let's come back. What's wrong with small accounts? Let's think you have a small account. So I don't know how big is your account. Let's make an average. And you say, okay, I have $1,000 on my account. It's different that way. Dollars or euros or whatever there is. Yeah. So you have a dream, right? You have a dream because the whole industry is telling you that story. Yeah. You can become rich with a small account. And then they tell you the story of a leverage. So they tell you the story of Jesus Christ. That's the point. If you think in three different languages, German, English, and Thai language, in leverage. Which means if you work with CFDs, for example, then you have a leverage of 120, 130, or if you go to another broker, for example, then you have a leverage of 1,500. Yeah, so with a leverage of leverage of 120, for example, that means $1 you can make $20. Or if you have a leverage of 500, then you make 500. Yeah. If it's increase of 1 point or 1 pip in trading, and you have a profit $1, €1 with a leverage of 500, it's increasing to 500. And this is the illusion that people tell you in all webinars, and the broker tell you this story too. You have a huge leverage. Yeah, you can make in a short time, you can double your account in 1 day, in 1 week, in 1 month. And this is what the people are telling you all the time. But there is a dark side of leverage, because the leverage is working on the loss side also, not only on the winner side, because it's going to the loss side also, which means you have minus 500. So, and we don't talk about now about a strategy. We don't talk about any rules you need in logical trading, for example. We just talk about those numbers and this leverage. So, and the problem is with small accounts, yeah, that you have, the first challenge is, I just give you the shortcut. Question is, do you know what is a strategy? What is a strategy? because you know you're on the right edge of the chart. You have on the right edge of the chart. There you have to make a decision. Do I go long or do I go short? Yeah, and you don't know what's going on next. So the question is, do you know what is a strategy? Do you have experience with a strategy? A long-term experience. So do you know what's about the rules? Do you have any clue why do I need rules for my trading? Yeah, do you know that? Next question. When you come to trading and you have a small account, for example, or if you have a huge account also, I have students that come up with 10,000, 50,000. They don't need what's rules. So next question is, do you know what's about money management? Do you know something what is about trade management? Stop loss, something like that? No. The problem with micro accounts, with small accounts is that you go high risk because you don't have any clue and not that experience like a teacher or a mentor with a long-term experience. How do I handle that stuff? Strategy, rules, money management, and trade management. Oh, SabioTrade is here. Nice to see you. So, where are you from? Kenya, Africa. The average account size between 500,000. Yeah. Greetings to Kenya. Nice to have you. Thank you very much. How much time one have to active the goals? Years. Trading, making money with trading, ladies and gentlemen, is a kind of unlogical goal. This will I teach you in a later time. Today we need to focus about a little bit the basics. And why do you need SabioTrades? Yeah? We do not have any time limits and passing the assessments, of course. So you see in the chat, SabioTrade is also here. Thank you very much. We did it, and we do it together. Thank you very much. We need to talk about the basics and why do you need SabioTrade for your trading career, how you scale up your trading career with SabioTrades, and why do you need a higher account? Guys, the problem is that you have a small account. Let's do it. Let's make the average as, what's the name? Cleedy. Let's take Cleedy. I guess that's your name. Let's take an average of $750 or euros or whatever there is. Yeah. So let's take this one. And you have this dream to make money every day or every week or every month. And people tell you that story, you can double your account with a high leverage. And then you start. If you are a lucky guy, and this is sarcasm, then the first trades you make money. Yeah, really cool. Maybe you have a kind of strategy, crossing moving averages, whatever there is. Or maybe you see a green candle. Worst thing, you have an opinion. You think the Dow Jones is going up today. You think the euro is going down. You think the gold is going down. You think whatever there is. You have an opinion. Worst thing ever. Because trading is a game of mathematics. Yeah. So, Thomas, great to see you here. So all the others also, I'm really happy to have you here, guys. So now you make a little bit money and then you think, I make everything right. I made money with my first trades. Yeah? And maybe your account is increasing, maybe up to $1,000. Yeah? And you are really happy. But I'm quite sure you made the experience in the meantime that after a couple of winners, there are losses. And then you lose money. you lose money and you don't know why, because you did exactly the same like the time you made money, and now you lose money. What's going on? And believe me, the losses, the leverage is working on the other side also, which means you increase your account, your small account, because you just have private money, not prop trading money, founded money. You have just small money, your own account, your family gave you. Maybe you ask for permission and they said, yeah, I believe you, because you tell them the whole story. Maybe you had a demo account. You start with a demo account, right? And your demo account is going to sky, yeah? And you double your account with the demo account, right? And you made tons of money on your demo account. Did you? I did. I know that. And then told my family the whole story. I'm the king of trading. I do it. Rumble. Yeah. Until I had real money on the account. Yeah. Then it's going to be worse. So, and they don't understand what's going on. But the leverage is working also here on that side. So, and suddenly you are back to $750 and you don't understand why. You don't have any clue about risk management, about money management, about rules or strategy or probability, something like that. Yeah? Thomas, thank you very much. I'm really happy to have you here. Thanks. But I don't want to sell you an illusion. We talk about reality, guys. And believe me, when you lost everything in your life about trading, then you have a complete different view. And thanks God, I had mentors. I have 4 mentors. I will tell you in the next webinar about my mentors. And thanks God, they saved my life and my trading career, and they brought me back. Yeah, and that's the reason why I say you need a mentor. And then you're going back to 750 and you don't understand why. And then you risk more. You know why? Because you want to go back. That means you invest in the next trade, you invest more money. Instead of $50 of risk, you invest $100 because you want to go back. But did you ever realize that you need double? Let's make this one, guys. Let's make this one. I tell you what's going on. And believe me, that's the problem with micro accounts. Let's say you have $1,000 on your account. Just an example, 750, you can compare it with your accounts. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And now you lose $500. Yeah. You lose $500 about your stupid trading, about any clue what you're doing there. So you lose. That's 50%, right? 50%. You lose 50%. And now there's a big mistake. Then people think, I just have to make 50% to come back. Yeah. Do you know how much is 50% from 500? 50% from 500 is not 500. It's 255, guys. So if you are a lucky guy and can make with the next trades 50%, which is a high risk in reality, then you just have 750 on your account and not go back to 1,000. Guys, that means if you lose half of your account, you need 100% to come back to your 1,000. Which means if you lose half of your account, you have to double your account. That you just go back to your initial money you were deposited on your account. Tell this your family. How often can you double your account? How often is this possible? Maybe one time. I did it. I did it twice. Over 1 year, not with one trade. I had in my trading career 2 years, I doubled my account. but I knew what I did, by the way. Yeah? So 100%. And now is the next trade is also a loser, and you had also high risk, then suddenly you just have only $100 on your account. And then, guys, there is coming a point in your way of thinking. First of all, you have big problems to explain this to your family. Because your wife is asking you, what did you do? You promised me you made tons of money, and now your money's gone. And when you start to lie to your wife or to your girlfriend, whatever there is around, it's the end. It's the end of your relationship. You will have fights, nights. And believe me, you don't want to have a sad wife. Believe me, you don't need that in your life. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. Believe me, you don't want to see. You don't want to have the opposite. Believe me, you don't want to do this. Yeah. So, and then there comes a special point in your trading career, in trading life. You say, "Come on, who cares? Now I risk everything." Yeah. Then maybe you have a lucky trade, lucky punch, but you cannot come back to $1,000. It is not possible. Yeah? And guys, this is the problem with micro accounts. If you work with small accounts. So for example, I tell you a real story. My teacher taught me, look, you have to make small money. Think in the long term. But this contradicts my illusion. I thought I can become rich next week. I thought I can cut my job. I can quit my job and can just live from trading with a small account. And the whole bloody industry is talking you this illusion, this dream, and it's a lie. It's just a bloody lie. It's no more, no less. But if you think, okay, I take a low risk, and for example, you say, okay, I don't risk for the next trade $100. I just risk $10. Then you say, okay, if I risk just only $10, I can trade a long time. Yeah, until everything is done, I can make many losses in a row. Just if you risk 10. It's a cool thing if you think so. But there's the big but, there's always a big but. Once you understand this, then you know if you risk less money, your profit is also just less. And if you don't have a strategy, if, for example, if you're not a trend follower, for example, yeah, then you know, maybe I can make with the next trade $10, just only $10, if you have rules to do that, by the way. And then you start to think, $10? Really? With one trade? Come on! How should I quit my job with $10 a trade? And we don't talk about losses, because if you lost $10, you have to make 20 to come back. Yeah? And this is the way how unexperienced traders start to think and the big problem with small accounts. They risk too much. And that's the answer, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, why we lose money. That's the reason why we lose money. It's a big lack of understanding what's going on in trading. It's a lack of understanding why we lose money. And I want to give you, in the last 15 minutes, really deep thoughts what trading really, really means, and why we should work and we can come back to SabioTrades and do it together. So let me see first your questions. Can you share a specific example of a trade where the resources provided by the prop firm were instrumental to your success? This we will do the next time. Really reality kicks you in the nuts once you get a level. Thank you very much. That's true. With real money comes the emotions in my case, and this makes it even more difficult. That's the reason why we talk about this now. The best prop trading firm I have ever seen more progress. SabioTrade, exactly. So you have to make 100% to come back to be exactly. That shows how difficult trading. Can you risk it? Can you now? You can risk everything. It doesn't matter. All your 10 webinar marks in the next week. This is good. Experiences play. Small risk leads to small winners, but no one has crashed his account with winners. That's the point. You don't crash your account with winners. So, but you need to understand what's going on in trading. So why we lose money? Why we lose money? Think about it. Losing money, deep thoughts now for the very first webinar, that you understand what you can expect in the next webinars or what you can expect from a real education. Why we lose money? There are many, many reasons, but there is one main reason. And guys, this is your prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex is placed beyond your forehead. And your prefrontal cortex is available and is responsible for your conscious thinking. Your prefrontal cortex is responsible for your logical thinking. What is logical thinking? Logical thinking answers 5 magic questions. What to do? How? When? Where? And why? That's logical questions. What do I have to do at the right edge of the chart? How do I have to do that? Where do I have to do it? When do I have to do it? And why do I have to do that? It's 5 logical questions. How, when, what, how, when, where, and why. That's logical, neutral questions. If you cannot answer one of these 5 magical questions, your prefrontal cortex is forced to stop and bring the answers to your limbic system. Limbic system. The limbic system is placed beyond your prefrontal cortex, directly, fluently edge, directly after the prefrontal cortex. And the limbic system is responsible for your emotions. Your emotions. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you cannot answer one of those magic questions, you are forced to act in an emotional way. Guys, we don't talk about mindset. That's bullshit. We talk about how your physical brain is working. And if you don't know how your physical brain is working, neuroscience, you cannot become a successful trader. It is absolutely impossible. That's why I got taught in neuroscience, and that's why I teach my students in neuroscience. And I want to just grab the surface with you a little bit. Yeah. So, how can I answer those questions? How can you answer? Just only if you understand the strategy in trading. What is the strategy in trading? Strategy in trading. Do you know what's a strategy in trading? The only strategy which is working, by the way. The only one. in trading. Do you know that? Simple. Buy cheap, sell expensive, vice versa. This is the only strategy which is working in trading. Buy cheap and sell expensive. It does not matter which product, euro, dollar, gold, DAX, Dow, shares, commodities, whatever there is. In trading, there's only one bloody strategy which is working, and this is buy cheap and sell expensive, vice versa. That's the only strategy which is really working in trading. And crossing moving averages, Bollinger Bands, supply and demand, support resist is not a strategy. It's a big difference. The strategy is just an example how you can lose weight. The strategy is change the food, go to the gym. That's the strategy. But what do you need now after you understand this is the strategy? Then you know the next point is you need rules. You need rules to find your entry and to find your exit. Because trading is a game of mathematics. It's a zero-sum game, a mathematical zero-sum game. Why is it? Just a simple example. You have an Apple share. For example, you have Apple share and you want to buy 10 shares. You want to buy 10 shares. Then you need someone who wants to sell 10 shares of Apple. Right? That's logic. And if there is no one who sells you 10 shares, you cannot buy 10 shares. Guys, it's like you go to the burger store or you go to a flower store and you want to buy 100 roses for your lovely girlfriend, wife, or husband, whatever there is. And the store has not 100 flowers, then you cannot buy 100 flowers, right? Isn't it? Yes, of course it is. And in trading, it's exactly the same. You need buyers and sellers. And if you have 10 shares right now, your seller part has not longer 10 shares. It's a zero-sum game. Therefore, it's mathematic, ladies and gentlemen. It's pure mathematic. Everything starts and ends in the order book. Everything. It doesn't matter if you trade the real market or if you trade the CFDs or options or whatever there is always an order book and there's always sellers and buyers. And the only strategy which is really working in trading is buy cheap and sell expensive, or in trading vice versa also. That is where you make stupid emotional decisions and it's spirals. Exactly. Very true. Simple business. Low, sell high. Okay. So that's why we need to talk about rules. And now we come back to our prefrontal cortex, ladies and gentlemen. If you have rules, if you understand strategy, buy cheap, sell expensive, vice versa. If you have clear rules, the rules will tell you about your entry, what to do, how, when, where, and why. And then you can answer all 5 questions with pure logic. And it's not needed anymore to act in an emotional way. And also the exit. If you have a specific goal, if you have a target, if you have a trading stop strategy, you have rules. It's not needed to act in an emotional way As long as your rules will tell you what to do, how, when, where, and why, there is no space for acting in an emotional way. I teach my students every day, your emotions might never influence your trading. And as you know, if you watch many YouTube videos, if you watch many whatever other things, TikTok, Facebook, whatever there is, webinars, then you will know that a lot of hosts and people will tell you in trading you have to turn off your emotions. Really? Really? How is this possible? Are you a robot? If you are a bot, then of course, then you have an emotion chip I can turn on and turn off. But as long as you are a human being like me, you cannot turn off your emotions. It is not possible. The only way is to control your emotions, no more nor less. And only the path of logic is the way to control your emotions, and especially when it comes to trading. And that's the reason why we need to talk about that stuff. Why is that from mid-2023, all my indicators worked well, but this year, 24, everything is the opposite? Why happened? I trade the opposite instead. No, it's probabilities. Pure probabilities. And if you are with me next Tuesday at the same time, we can talk about probabilities. Tame the dragon, your emotions. Yeah. So, guys, that was hard, and which we come back, and let me invite you here to SabioTrade to open your account. It's a very good offer actually here, yeah, with $20,000 account for 99 euros and trade with me together. And today I have also a special offer, yeah, to grab my course, the online logic course, when it's going on. By the way, you can see many things on this link. I will give you the link in the YouTube video afterwards. Yeah, I am the winner of the Trading Life Award, Influencer 2023. So 20% discount and 52% discount if you open here an account with SabioTrade. And SabioTrade and myself, we are responsible for your success. And you are our VIP student. You are not our client. You're not our customer. You are our student. My person with SabioTrade together, we want to help you to start with logic and to make you happy with trading, because it's easier to work with a bigger account than with your small private account. But always the big but, you have to make an education. And that's my part. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for the beginning, a little bit trouble. And I guess next week we will find another solution, and we will inform you by newsletters. Also on my homepage, if you go there, you can subscribe. You can chat with me directly if you want. You can subscribe the newsletter in English, of course, and then you get informed about all future webinars and actions and events from SabioTrade and myself. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I was really, really happy and glad and honored and pleased to be the webinar host now for SabioTrade, at least for the first one. Let's see if we can continue next week. We will see about your comments below the video. And thank you very much. It's a great honor that I may speak to you and share my knowledge and my experience with you. and of course a little bit of my life with you. And maybe we can continue next week. And I'm looking forward to see you in my course, opening a trader hero trade. Come to my course and my know-how community. We do intraday trading also there, and we can do it together. Thank you very much. I wish you a lovely evening, a great rest of the week, and I'm sure we will see each other again. And I finish my webinars all the time in the same way, with one sentence. Have courage and be kind, and may the force of the logic be with you. See you next week.